Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I'm here once again in nature, outdoors, with nothing to say. Again, maybe I'll just share myself. Most conversations we have are thick with thoughts about what to say, are thick with thoughts about pleasing the other person you're speaking to, or protecting a certain persona that you've created within yourself to show the world. You're protecting yourself from what you think will be some kind of a conflict. And we've learned to experience the world in this way, through the mind, by thinking about what to do first before acting on it. Because it seems kind of insane, doesn't it, to just go and not worry about the consequences. It does when you think about it. Even Einstein himself said that his greatest insights came to him at a time where he wasn't thinking. So what does that say about the true value of your thinking mind? It's true that the mind does a great job of protecting you, keeping you safe. For example, if you put your hand over a fire and it burns you, the fire burns your hand, then you will remember the experience of that. And the next time you see fire, your mind can remind you not to get too close. So obviously, there's a type of value. You may know each time that you interact with such a person, this person tends to try to hurt you, and so on. So your body has this ability to store memory. But even science today shows that they're not too sure if the mind is where the memory is stored. They're not too sure if the brain is where all your memories are stored. Science also shows now that your heart and your stomach has structures that are like the neural pathways in the brain itself. So there is a suggestion, this would suggest that your heart and your gut also have a brain. So what does this mean? I don't know. But from what I've found in my experience, is when I experience the world without the mind, without asking my mind what I should do first, without thinking about what to do first, okay? When I experience the world just openly, more intuitively, I notice that my body tends to do the things that deep in my body, in my soul, deep within me, I would like to happen. I find that oftentimes the mind will come up with these reasons why it shouldn't or why it should. And when I follow the suggestions of the mind, that oftentimes the mind will lead me to a place that is not exactly where I wanted to. I mean, you can use your mind after an experience and say, okay, I should have did it like this, I should have did it like that, and next time I'll approach the situation this way and this way. And that's great, there's nothing wrong with that. There's a use for that. If you're, doing a certain type of a job, and, oftentimes the best process is through trial and error to learn. But I guess what I'm trying to say is there's an intuitional sense, another type of way of experiencing the world that we're not really taught in modern society. There's another way of experiencing the world that to someone who's heavily really in the mind might think you're crazy. And that's just by experiencing the world directly. So when you have a conversation with a friend, instead of talking about, oh, what did you do today, or such and such, all this small talk, you might experience his true heart essence, as opposed to your filter of what you like or dislike about what he's saying. Your friendship has the potential then to become grounded upon a much deeper platform, a much more stable platform, because our thoughts come and go, our likes, dislikes come and go. Who you are 5 years ago is not who you are today, and 10 years from now, the person you are now, you might totally disagree with a lot of the things that you're doing. But that deeper grounding, that deeper aspect of who you are, that is beyond words, beyond the small talk, will always be your true essence. And if you can ground your relationships with people and nature, the things around you, on the essence of being, as opposed to the essence of what you say, then you're going to notice that there's a certain stability there. A certain stability that is seen, that is experienced. And I call this a comfortable silence. I always say, you know, you've reached a certain level in a friendship when the two of you can just sit there and not say a single word, and not feel as though you need to say a single word in order to fill the emptiness. When you can share a comfortable silence together, then chances are your relationship is grounded on that deeper platform, if you will, the base level of your beings. So in this level, it doesn't matter what you say. This is also the level that oftentimes a mother's love for a child is based on. You've probably heard the saying, a face only a mother can love. You see, a relationship based on this deeper understanding, this deeper grounding of each other's beings, and not just people, but trees share this essence. All these plants behind me and the animals all come from this deeper base as well. This is their reality as much as it is ours. So like a mother who would love a child no matter what he would do, and it seems irrational, we also have the same relationship, the same connection with all of existence. And if you can just sit there with an inanimate object, you can also see that it's also just being. It might not have the level and clarity of consciousness and thought that a human being has, but it's being just as much as your being. It has an electrical field, an energy field around it, just as much as we do. The earth does, the sun does, our solar system does. As small as an atom has this field of, right, energy around it, so does the largest things in existence. And we're all made up of atoms, and smaller things, atoms are made up of smaller things as well, science says now. So everything emits being, which can be felt fundamentally. So when you can relate with people and give your mind permission to stop analyzing every situation, when you can just say, okay, look, I'm safe. Thank you for all your suggestions, mind, but take a back seat for now. I'll ask you when I'm ready. when I need you, and then just experience the naked, bare, essential, the ground of existence. You tap into the flowing sense of peace that's not just flowing in you, but that's flowing everywhere. I'm feeling like that's it. Let's just share 30 seconds or so. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Peace.